Evening up. I thought I'd do a very quick video of doing the basics of sharpening a chainsaw. I was having a chat to my mate Dwight earlier on Facebook, and nobody's posted a video yet, so I thought I'd do it and have the piss taken out of me. So straight to it, because it's Saturday night and I want to drink some cider. I've drawn. I'm not an artist, so I've done a very basic sketch of a tooth of a saw. So you've got a couple of about 2 or 3 different parts of the actual tooth itself. You've got the minimum wear lines on top of the actual cutting tooth itself, and on the depth gauge here. Normally when I sharpen a saw, I try and round that off a little bit. I only give it a couple of strokes on there, just to drop it down like half a mil or so, because the actual angle of attack, when the tooth kicks into the timber, when it's slightly down, makes a hell of a lot of difference through cutting. In the gully, or this part of the chain, underneath the top part. Oh shit! I'm just zooming in. Let's zoom back out. That's where all the cutting, that's where all the magic happens. Most people wait till your saw's cutting, it's flinging out dust instead of beautiful man glitter, you know, like the big chips. What I try and do is every time I feel up, I run a file over all the teeth, just to keep it not super sharp, but you know, instead of being starting off sharp and tapering off, you want it between semi-sharp to bloody sharp, if you know what I mean. So this I don't do the depth gauge every time I fuel up. I just give that a quick buff up. Obviously, as the tooth wears, this hook or the crescent will actually come back to here, and when you're back, when this tooth is at the back here, that's it, new chain. And when this depth gauge is down, new chain as well. So you can just see on this chain here, I've run this through a log and had a steel spike in it, so the teeth are in bad shape, and you see some of the depth gauges are actually snapped off. So that goes with all my other little chains and soon to be the chain graveyard. So what I normally do is that you can buy loads of weird and wonderful little log clamps, which you whack into a piece of timber, put your bar into it, tighten it up, and so the saw doesn't move about. I normally use that plank with one piece of timber which is slightly loose, but it just holds the bar secure enough so I can actually run a file across it. I normally bolt that into the back of my chuckle. What I normally do is I kneel down and sit on the saw, like as you do in the field. You can buy oh no, it's not what you can buy. Is when you're sharpening a saw, you always get one side of the bar strong with larger teeth with less wear on it, and then the other side. That's because, well, it's not because, is I'm right-handed. I'm very right-handed, so obviously when I'm sharpening the left-hand teeth, I take more steel off. There is a few myths where you can say, right, okay, you're only supposed to do 3 or 4 strokes per tooth, blah blah blah. But the thing is that if you're stronger with your right hand than your left hand, when you do the left hand teeth, you're going to take less steel off. So what I try and do is try and take the same amount of steel off both sides, just to marry it up. Because obviously on a, you know, like on a 25-inch bar with 87 links and a 3/8 chain, that you'll see either your sprocket's worn or the teeth, you'll get a gradual cut which tapers out instead of a flat cut, and we like straight cut. So yeah, I'll just do a very quick demonstration. Forgive me, I'm just balancing this on my cement mixer. Right, so what I do, this is my saw which you always see me doing work on. So first things first, gloves. Don't sharpen saws with your naked hands, because it hurts when you cut yourself. So what I do as well, and this is not for looking cool, I had a steel splinter go in my eyeball a few years ago, so sunglasses, all safety protection. So what I normally do on a tooth like this, which is a bit mullered, I give this, the depth gauge, a little bit of a buff down so it's nice and round. There's a chunk out of this tooth, so what I'll do is just dress that slightly with a flat file, if I can. That's actually being a bit of a pig. Trying to get the angle like that. So then I'll swap to a 5.5mm file and give it a couple of little buffs. I always turn the file as well, trying to make that hook a little bit smoother. So now that's nice and pointy. So can't really see it because my phone's not focusing, but now that's been rubbed down slightly, and that's got a nice little burr on it. Nice little burr. Sorry, I'll show you actually the tooth I just sharpened, shall I? Nice little burr on it, and it's nice and pointy, but it's not hooked. So pretty much you're not eating your chain away. The only problem is when you when the tooth gets too hooked, it'll cut. Absolutely brilliant for, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, and then it'll just blunt them off. Or the off chance that you do hit any pebbles, metal, or anything else which is going to really spoil your day, you can snap the teeth off. So yeah, I thought I'd leave this video for you to watch, and you can rip the piss. Anyway, like I say, it's Saturday night, so I'm off for a drink now. So you lot have a great day, and I'll see you gentlemen later. Bye now.